Hello YouTube. It's been a long time since I made a video, but here I am, the Silent Shane. Um, I recently got motivated to make a new video by a recent trend I've seen on YouTube regarding the competitive Pokemon community. Now, for a little background, I've been heavily involved in Pokemon since I was a little kid and got my red version. And while I haven't been heavily involved in the competitive side of Pokemon, I've always had an interest in it, and I do have some knowledge of the metagame. Um, it's mostly a commitment issue for me not being so heavily involved in the metagame. But a recent trend I've been seeing since I got back into it after waiting for Pokemon Bank to come out is a recent drama that's been raising on YouTube between the Smogon community and a YouTuber by the name of Verlisify. Um, the main issue is that Verlisify has been making videos. I'm sure you're all already aware of this if you're watching this video, but I just thought I'd state it for the people who don't know. Verlisify has been making videos kind of criticizing the way Smogon has developed its competitive Pokemon metagame. How the bannings of sleep claws, evasion claws, and the banning of certain Pokemons to the Ubers tier and the tier system in general is not a good way and not the appropriate way to play Pokemon. And the Smogon community, or I should say certain members of the Smogon community, have responded with vitriol and venomous remarks towards Verlisify. And he has returned in kind, and it's just kind of turned into a rift between the people who support Verlisify and the people who are standing by Smogon. As a neutral party, I thought that I would give my thoughts on this because I do have opinions on it. I think anybody who's seen it, even if they don't really care about the drama, they still have an opinion on it. So I thought I could give a neutral view among all these people because the response videos I've seen to the whole controversy have been mostly one or the other. It's either been Verlisify is an idiot, Smogon rocks, or Smogon sucks, Verlisify is awesome. And I'm in the middle. To fully understand my opinion, you have to understand my view of opinions. I think an opinion is something that only affects yourself. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, when your opinion starts to insult others, inadvertently or advertently, in such a way that you are unable to legitimately make claims as to why that is necessary, your opinion sucks and shouldn't be made public to anybody if it's going to insult them. Now, people say things that people don't like. That happens all the time. And people shouldn't censor themselves just because it might hurt somebody's feelings. But let's say you've got a Pokemon you really like. Let's say that Pokemon's Lugia. Lugia is a really popular Pokemon. Now, I might tell you I don't like Lugia. I don't like Lugia because his hands are weird. I don't like Lugia because he's legendary. I don't like Lugia because he's overpowered. You will say, okay, that's your opinion. Cool. I mean, it's fine if you don't like Lugia. I do. You don't. That's fine. Now, what if I told you Lugia sucks because he's got big hands, because he's legendary, and because he's overpowered? He sucks. Your response might be a little more like, whoa, okay. I understand you don't like it, but that doesn't mean it sucks. I like Lugia. Lugia's cool. No, Lugia sucks because I said so, because I don't like it. You can't say something is bad, something is illegitimate, something is non-competitive, something sucks, because you don't like the way it works. Unless you can bring up a legitimate claim other than, this sucks because I don't like it, because I don't think it does this, this, and this, without giving reasons why it doesn't do this, this, and this. If you can't provide legitimate reasons for why you don't like something, and furthermore, if you can't provide a reason why something sucks beyond you don't like it, then you shouldn't be spreading that opinion, because that's not really an opinion. That's besmirching the name of something. That's attacking something. That's not an opinion. Now, am I saying that he doesn't have his right to say it? No. He has every right on his YouTube channel to make the statements he wants to make and to make the illegitimate claims that Smogon is awful all he wants. Legitimate, whether they be legitimate or illegitimate, it doesn't matter. He can say whatever he wants. But for him to then turn around and say that the Smogon community is completely out of line, responding in such a way that they feel insulted by these generalized, overbearing claims, is ridiculous. You can't take your opinion, state your opinion as fact, and then expect people who disagree with your opinion to not disagree with your opinion. Now, is it appropriate for people to say he's a cancer? For people to send him death threats? For people to attack him horribly? No, that's not appropriate. And I'm kind of ashamed that the Smogon community, and I'm not even really a member of the Smogon community. I mean, I'm on the forums and stuff, and I follow their Facebook, but I'm not a member. But even I am shocked that the Pokemon community is spreading so much vitriol and awfulness. However, I think that it's gone too far. I think Verlisify needs to chill out on all the Smogon hate, because it's coming off as less legitimate reasons why Smogon isn't competitive. It's become less constructive, which it wasn't really that constructive in the first place, at least in my opinion, my completely objective opinion. The first video he made on Smogon didn't come off as constructive to me. It just came off as him making his version of Pokemon out to be better than Smogon's. It's become less constructive and more just a pissing contest between him and the people who are attacking him. And ultimately, I think it comes down to this. You have your way of playing Pokemon. I have my way of playing Pokemon. Verlisify has his way of playing Pokemon. Smogon has their way of playing Pokemon. The casual players who just battle with their, starter that knows all HM moves, they have their way of playing Pokemon. No one has any right to tell anyone that their way of playing Pokemon is better and that another player's way of playing Pokemon is bad. Verlisify has no right to state that Smogon is a bad metagame. He can have that opinion, he can express that opinion, but he cannot tell people that it is a fact that Smogon is a bad metagame. Because it's not. It's subjective. Different people like playing different things. So I think we all ultimately just need to accept that different people play things different ways, and that there's no reason for us to attack each other because we all have opinions. But nobody should be besmirching the way somebody or some community or some group plays a game. They have every right to play whatever metagame they want to, and they have every right to believe that their metagame is just as legitimate as yours or someone else's. Some people think Smogon's perfect. It's more balanced than VGC. Other people say VGC is more balanced. From what I've watched of other people's videos, some people say that Verlisify doesn't actually play VGC, that he plays Nintendo rules. I don't know. I don't care what rules he plays by. I don't think that's relevant. It doesn't matter. The way he plays is how he plays. He can play it and think it's as legitimate as he wants and think it's the greatest way to play Pokemon. And he might think that Smogon sucks. That's fine. But don't spread misinformation. And this is on both sides. This isn't just Verlisify. Don't spread misinformation that your way of playing Pokemon is the ideal way to play Pokemon. Because some people might disagree, and that's their prerogative. So, overall, I just want to say people need to stop hating on each other. People need to stop attacking each other. And people just need to enjoy this fantastic game that Pokemon has made. That's my opinion, guys. Silent Shane, signing off.